What's up, guys? Sorry about the lighting. I know it sucks. I'm in my truck right now, waiting to fly out. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Like I said, I'm in my truck, so this is going to be another episode of Prepper Truck Talk. Um, for the people that's new to this channel, I'm Kelly. On this channel, we talk about everything emergency preparedness, prepping, survival, all that good stuff without the doom and gloom and no bullshit. All right. This is practical information that actually works, pretty much everything, but without all the fluff, right? Um, Please subscribe to the channel. I'm a small channel. I'm trying to grow to where I can reach as many people as I can. So, if you feel it in your heart to, please go ahead and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so moving on with the topic of the video. This video is going to be about traveling preparedness. And the reason why I decided to do this video is so today my son's about to be 21 years old. Him and his girlfriend, kind of a spur of the moment type thing, decide that they are going to travel and drive 10 and a half hours to go pick up their cousin. And like I said, a little spur of the moment type thing. And they didn't plan it out, right? Now, I mean, yeah, he got his get home bag and a little toolkit in his vehicle, but they didn't plan it out. So that makes me nervous, right? And I'm pretty sure y'all, if y'all have kids, that y'all would feel the same. I mean, you're kind of nervous and you're scared for your kids because you want to make sure that they get their destination safe, right? And so, like I said, I didn't feel that they planned properly, and I tried to talk them out of it, but of course they didn't listen to me. So they still got probably like about another 4 more hours before they get to their destination. So I'm gonna be worrying about them until I hear back from them. But anyways, so that's why I wanted to do this video. Being prepared to travel. And when I talk about this, I'm meaning it as a long distance, right? But y'all know as well as I do, you could travel short distance and something happens, right? I mean, I think the actual statistic of, crashing, or getting in an accident is like within 10 miles from your house, right? So I guess it really don't matter the distance, but in a way it does, right? The longer you drive, the more potential for something bad to happen, right? Or something to happen. So, traveling preparedness. One, I think, when we're traveling long distance, especially to somewhere that you've never been before, it's always a good idea to plan it out, right? Plan it out, plan your routes out. Make sure you have some maps just in case a lot of people use their cell phone, right, for the GPS. What if you don't have self-service right there, right? What if your phone dies or breaks or gets stolen, right? Or something like that happens. It's a good idea to have a map. But not just a map, but plan it out. Plan out, hey, what can possibly go wrong and how can I prepare for that? So I think preparing and planning out is one of the major things that we could do before we start traveling, especially long distance. And then I kind of think of it as a 3-tier approach. Now, this is just my approach on traveling. What I do, my first tier is, of course, my EDC, the shit that I keep on me at all times. And so I just did a video on that. I'll be releasing that soon. I'll be posting it probably here in a few days. It's my 2025 updated EDC. So y'all please check that out when it comes out. Go ahead and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of my new videos, please. But so pretty much my regular EDC on a normal day is gonna be, of course, like my cell phone, my wallet, my keys, my pistol, my extra mag, a flashlight, a lighter, my knife, my watch, my little survival bracelet, and that's pretty much it. And a cap. Okay, that's my normal EDC that I have on me at all times. Now, sometimes my EDC will change depending on the activity or my environment where I'm at. Right, I might decide to add more. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and bring this multi-tool, and I'll bring I don't know, survival pin, or something like that, to where if I cannot bring my pistol or something like that, which I try not to go places to where I cannot bring my pistol. All right, that's just me. All right, so that's pretty much my first tier. My second tier is what I keep in my truck, what stays in the truck at all times. One, it's going to be like water. I got bottles of water everywhere. All on my doors, I have several. I probably got about 1.5 gallons of water bottles stashed in my truck and underneath my seat. Just in case something happens and I need water, I got water. Next, I got repair kits, right? So I got something to plug my tires, right? A tire repair kit. I got Fix It Flat. I have a tire inflator, like the ones you plug up to your cigarette lighter in your truck. I have a toolkit, right? It pretty much consists of, pliers, crescent wrench, needle nose pliers, wire cutters, another multi-tool, flashlights. What else? I got toe straps. I got jumper cables, stuff like that. This is stuff that stays in my vehicle, right? I got I got a small CB radio in here, to where if roads are blocked, or there's an accident, or if we need a detour, I'm able to talk to truck drivers and find out information what's going on, right? So I like to have that in my truck. I also keep like on days like this when I'm traveling long distances, I keep my rapid radio. I got a rapid radio. This is another good little tool just in case my cell phone messes up, gets broken, stolen, damaged, lost. I have another way to communicate with my wife. Okay. I think being able to communicate is very important. Of course, for that, so I got phone chargers, extra chargers, stuff like that to charge my phone if my phone was to die or something like that. The third tier is my get home bag, and that's going to have the majority of my gear and supplies, right? And I think with all three of those, that any scenario that I have to face, I should be good. Now, on my get home bag, and I'm fixing to be doing a new video because my get home bag has changed. Excuse me. So what I did, I got me a new bag in. It's the 511 Rush 100. It's a big bag. It's like, I think, 60 liters. Um, and because so I have to drive over 200 miles for me to fly out to go to work. And how I like to prepare is, and it might be overkill. Y'all might think it's overkill, and that's fine. My bag is not going to be for everybody, and I completely understand that. For people that is traveling just within your town, city, yes, you don't need a big bag. You just need the basics. A little backpack, water, maybe some different type of shoes, depending on what type of footwear you use to go to work or wear. Maybe some extra socks, um, energy bars, what have you, and then you're good. Especially if you're only 10, 15 miles from home, you're good on that. Now, for people that's maybe 50 miles, 50, 75 miles, of course, I think you're going to need a little bit more, right? And this is all, keep in mind, this is worst case scenario, right? Now, 20, 50, 75 miles ain't nothing if you're still able to drive, right? That's all fine and dandy. But the way I designed my pack was for the worst case scenario, meaning something like a EMP, right? Something to where my vehicle is no longer working and I might have to hoof it, right? Um, like I said, I'm 200. Once I get back to land, like right now where I'm at, I'm like 200 something miles from my house. Walking, that's going to take me a while. So that's why I designed my get home bag the way I do, okay? It's going to have a lot of stuff in it. Fully loaded out, it's roughly about 40 pounds, right? Now, back when I was in the military, I mean, we'd load anywhere from 40 to 60 pounds and travel 20 miles. That's been about 20 years ago, so I'm not in that same type of shape that I was in. So it's going to take a little bit longer, right? And it all depends on the terrain. Whereas from right here to get back to my house, I got several different types of environment. Everything from swamp to woodlands to urban, you know, rural areas. So I would we have it all right here, right? Between where I'm at now and my house. So my pack, I designed it for all of that. Um, the pack I got, like I said, is the 511 Rush 100. I like it. Very, very good built pack. Got an internal frame, and actually, with the 40 something pounds in it, it actually feels really good on your shoulders, your waist. Very comfortable pack, which I'll be doing like I said, another video on my new get home bag. But pretty much what I did was I combined a get home bag and a bug out bag. The reason I did that is so now I only have one bag. This bag will do it all. From the time I leave, it stays in my truck. When I get back home, it comes out. It comes out of my truck and goes into the house until it's ready for me to, till it's time for me to leave again. Okay. So that is the 3 tiers that I got for being prepared as far as gear wise traveling. Now, like I said, it's not just all about gear. It's about planning, right? So we had to plan accordingly. Man, is it gonna be summer? Is it winter time when we're traveling? If it's winter time, I'll probably need some extra warm clothes just in case something happens, right? If it's summertime down here in Louisiana, shit, I'll probably need some damn mosquito spray if I'm having to walk, right? Because mosquitoes are terrible, right? Uh, people from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Um, but planning is very important, right? Making sure your vehicle is in tip top condition before y'all travel, especially traveling long distance, because the one thing you don't want if you're traveling long distance, you don't want to make it any longer than it has to be. And you know bad tires, or your engine leaking oil or something like that, that won't be good. So just planning, right? And then also is, and it kind of goes along with planning, but situational awareness. So kind of plan out your route to where, all right, this where I'm gonna stop and get fuel at, because you want to stop and get fuel at good places, right? Something that's well lit, that or you don't think is going to be a high crime rate area, something like that. Because I mean, yeah, even though that we're packing or what have you, I mean we don't want to shoot nobody unless we absolutely have to, right? Or defend ourselves, should I say? But so planning out like that, I said situational awareness. If you do have to leave out your vehicle, be aware of your surroundings. Because, like it or not, from the time we leave our house, once we leave our house, we start becoming vulnerable, right? And you're vulnerable in your vehicle. Like I said, shit could break down, right? Then you're stuck on the side of the road. Hey, it might only be 20 minutes, it might be 30 minutes, it might be 4 hours. Um, but then if you have to get out of your vehicle, say at a gas station to pump gas, stuff like that, now you're even more vulnerable. And depending on what area you're in, it might be a high crime rate area. Now the potential for something uh, getting in a bad situation just escalated, right? So planning like that, having a communication plan, right, to where the 3.5 hours it takes me from home to here. One, I'm talking to my wife most of the time, but two, she knows once I get here, I'm calling or texting, even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I still text her and let her know, hey, I made it here. One, so she's not worrying and gets on my ass, but two, so she knows that I made it, right? So I think that's real important, is the planning aspect of it, having your gear and your tools, what you need with you at all times, right? Whether it be on your person or in your vehicle. Um, it is a very important thing. And like I said, so I'm gonna be doing a detailed video on my get home bag this next time when I get back home, and actually break it down, uh, what I have, why I have it, what I'm gonna use it for. And like I said, for most people, it's gonna be overkill. But there is gonna be people like truck drivers, people like me that has to drive long distance to go to work. I think those people will find this information useful. But all right, guys, so that's all I got on this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up. And like I said, if y'all ain't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all. Patriot Pepper out.